I'm gonna pause. We got somebody with a closet. I'll just say, come out of the closet. It's your invitation to come out of the closet.
That's me, girl. I'm in the closet. That's where the light is. That's me. Sorry.
I agree. There is light in the closet. Whenever you realize you don't need to be in it. Bada boom boom. I am working on my next comedy set. I cracked my coach up yesterday.
There is more than one way.
There's a lot of ways to come out of a closet. More than reading, yeah. So as I was, this is not part of tonight's talk, but as I was coming out of the closet, I told my brother, and he's like, yeah, I knew that.
Wow.
What? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me you already knew? It's like other people know before you tell them. It's kind of awkward. Okay, I'm going to turn this around and put this camera on the event. And Carolina is your hostess with the mostest. Is that working? Do you want to stand over there?
I think if we can tilt this a bit.
Do whatever you need.
Down.
Do whatever you need. Okay.
We'll get
We're
the
gonna
camera
this party started. And other people will be joining us. Because you said they're joining us. They're just going about or something. So welcome. I'm thinking it's doing the recording. There's a lot of people that we're going to watch the replay. It says recording at the top.
Yes.
Awesome. Welcome. Okay. So many of you already know who I am. And if you're new on Zoom, I'm Tina Marie St. Cyr. We're going to give you more information on that tonight. You introduce me. Oh, it's always fun. You could like say some new stuff about me.
Hi, Angel.
No.
It's kind of weird when you've already been up there saying, well,
No, it is weird. It's weird. It's weird.
You did a great job last week, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, amazing job. Beautiful job last week.
We're gonna give Jackie a couple minutes here.
Okay, so walk out as if you haven't walked on.
You never knew I was here.
Right.
That's always funny.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna walk out?
I'm walk out. I'm walking out on you.
She wasn't here.
Hello. Hello, Zoom world. So welcome everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces, which I love. I don't see any faces here, but do we have new faces or who do we have there?
Kara St. Cyr.
Hey, Kara.
Merlin's back.
Hey.
Hello.
Lynn.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you, tonight you're in for a treat because we're going to be talking about abolishing the limiting beliefs, basically. And, you know, this woman has a lot of experience, right? From the clinic, she shares stories and things that inspire all of us and help us grow to be the best that we can be. So Tina Marie is my wife. She is a coach. She teaches people to get the career of their dreams, to grow their business, to grow their life and live the life that they love. Absolutely. And she's going to be in April taking us through abolishing our saboteur. And so tonight we have her to teach us about abolishing your limited beliefs.
Yes, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here. And Dr. Jackie's an amazing chiropractor, already 30 years in practice here. So I'm grateful to have her in my life so much. And you guys are in the back row, things like that. It's all good. It's all good. So this is a bit of part 2 from the week. And if you missed last week, no worries. I have it recorded. If you didn't get it, I can send it to you. Just put it on the sign-in sheet, like, I like the recording. And let Carolina know about the recording. And then I'll send that to you. Another thing to let you know is the people that showed up in person, you get 2 entries into our drawings. We have a drawing for a $100 gift card. So every time you attend one of these pre-abolished events, which we have another, I think 6 coming up, you get 2 entries if you come in person. You get 1 entry if you show up on Zoom and you registered. If you just got a random link somewhere and you don't think you registered, just check in with Carolina. We want to have your name. in your email so we can enter you on the bottom. So that's fine. It's one money. The second thing is that those that are going to abolish, Angel's already purchased VIPs, okay? That's awesome. If you're coming to abolish, you get entered into a drawing for 2 club level front row seats to Angela Johnson, who is a comedian. She's the one who does the nail salon. You'll love her even though, she's sort of jokes. But she's really cool. Or you could just sell them. No. But those tickets are worth $500, and you win those. There'll be a drawing on the 24th of March because your show is on the 20th, and that's a Saturday. So that's kind of fun. So if you know anybody who really wants to go be part of Angela Johnson's show in Sugar Land, tell them to buy a ticket to abolish, right?
Yes.
So tonight what we're going to go through is an understanding of where limiting beliefs really stem from and how we can crush them. What I believe in is awareness. If we have awareness into our patterns and we have an understanding of how we operate, because who can we change ultimately? Just us, right? We can really only change us, even though sometimes we may seek outside opinion and what would you do, or what do you think from other people? It comes down to us integrating our own decisions. And we're going to dismantle that tonight. We're going to see these ways that we give our power away to other people, because our limiting beliefs ultimately come down to where we're not whole in ourselves, in our own identity, in our value systems, and our core beliefs. Whenever those get spread out to other people, we lose who we are, and then we feel ineffective. And when we feel ineffective, we're confused, and just life is painful. I mean, very painful. So who's all in tonight to have an amazing experience?
I'm down.
Noise.
Yes.
Yes.
The room here. Hands up.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
We are doing this. And what you just demonstrated, who feels great after doing it, right? Just that one little couple seconds of making some noise, moving your body. Whenever we realize there's really easy strategies we can put in place, just to shift ourselves, it turns our upper mind on, our higher brain comes on, and it fuels us. But whenever we live in the world and we sit at our desks and maybe we're just doing the tasks to get by life every day, living that hamster wheel, it drains us, yeah? It can drain
Yes, very much. Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what I want to get to. That last week we talked about above the line, below the line. Who was here for that one? Above the line, below the line. Cool, right?
I would.
Yes. And so we looked at above the line, below the line, and today, because I love geometry, we're going to go into boxes. Not just, and we also talked about the transformation triangle last week. My trigonometry teacher and geometry teacher would love this. Her name was Mrs. Costa. I aced geometry. I guess I loved shapes. And so we have triangles, lines, boxes, and circles in this class. We've got a lot of lines. We do, right, Kirsten? We've got purpose circles, transformation triangle. Now we're going to boxes. What is this?
Easy to remember.
Totally easy to remember. We're going elementary, man. But whenever we get curious about ourselves, we can lean in without so much attachment to the outcome, and that's where we start to really learn. Who's old enough or mature enough or experienced enough to remember Etch-a-Sketches? Yeah, Etch-a-Sketches. We got a yeah on here. Yeah, the original Photoshop. So for those in the room that don't know what Etch-a-Sketch is, we're gonna spell it etch. Sketch, right? Whenever you had an Etch-a-Sketch, it was a really old school way of drawing. And we would move little dials, make things, shade it in, and then if we didn't like the picture, what would we do?
Take it.
Right? And if we were done with the picture because we want to make something new, what would we do? We'd shake it. How did you shake it? Really hard. You had to shake it, right? We are like an Etch-a-Sketch, right? Yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
Which is on one of our training, everybody got etch a sketches, right? And so an etch a sketch, when we want to change ourselves, we can decide we want to shake it just a little bit, and the picture won't 100% go away, right? And we're going to draw a picture on top of an existing picture and try to make it clear. But what we're going to invite you tonight to do is have fun shaking your etch a sketch, coming in as a brand new palette, brand new cabinets, and we don't need to keep the old picture, because the old picture, if you're here, there's a part of it you're ready to let go of, right? Or you
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so in the chat, you go ahead and say, there's technical issues. Hi, hopefully you can still see me. Type in what you're ready to let go of. Type it in there, and then by show of hands here, who would love to see it? What are you ready to let go of in your life? What are you ready to let go of? And I'll start us off. Okay, go ahead.
Negativity,
Negativity. Negativity about what?
just in life general, I think, you kind of live that mundane life where you're just like going to work, going
your
home,
finger.
going to sleep. It's just a routine, like you said, that hamster wheel. And you start to become like, it's
What happened?
routine, there's no change, there's nothing to look forward to. It's just, you
Oh.
start to develop that negative
Okay.
energy.
Uh-huh.
Just like, I'm doing here, I'm just with it, I'm not.
Complacent? You want to let go of complacency? Because negativity is a big word, but it's a general. It's like an umbrella, right? It's got all these little bitty pieces underneath that, right? We want to be specific of what we're letting go of. The limiting beliefs will feel like it's everywhere because it's limiting us, but typically it's only really limiting us in those places where we don't have confidence. If we have confidence and we know ourselves, limiting beliefs can't get in. Whenever we lose ourselves and give our power, like I said earlier, away to someone else or something else, or we give our power away to the past because it used to be this way and it's not that way now, or we give our power away to the future because we haven't reached it there yet. And until we get there, we're not going to feel whole, right? Can you resonate with this, right? So negativity is a big word. Let's get specific about each of us and what are we ready? I want to let go of this. Yes. Self-doubting,
Yeah.
Tatiana says.
Self-doubting.
Specifically in what area? Do you have an area where it shows up more?
In like what I can do in career wise.
Career, yeah.
Mhm.
So location.
So, yes.
And does that get down to your worth?
I've been working on my self-worth a lot,
Good.
so, secure attachment, but just when it comes to like, what can I do next? What's my next step? I get to my past self version of myself and it's like, oh, you did this and you can't do that, you know? So it's just self-doubting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because of something in the past, you can't do something in the future.
Yes.
Right.
Or like
Mm.
me,
Mhm.
or, said about.
Because of
myself,
something in the
and
past,
so-
it's going to affect your present and your
Yeah.
future, right? We give you permission to say screw off.
for all.
Yeah. Like the past does not need to be anything in the present unless it's beautiful and you want to bring it in.
Mhm.
Control. You want to let go of control? So what would be a negative belief about the need for control?
I guess security, like that, need to maintain everything, to know functionality of how everything's gonna happen in life to not. There's no,
Have to know everything in life to not what?
following your app, I guess. That's what I feel sometimes,
To not fail. Because if you fail, then what?
You don't succeed.
And if you don't succeed, then what?
You're stuck.
And if you're stuck, then what? I want you to hear this. This is like going down into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You feel miserable. And if you feel miserable and you're a miserable person, what's going to happen around you?
You project that negativity.
Your environment. Yeah.
You'll be by yourself.
Yeah, nobody will.
Nobody's going to want to be around you. The ultimate safety is aloneness.
What was that?
Mm.
Yeah, and what's that mean if nobody wants to be around you?
There's a lot of opportunity.
Last week, we identified two of the most painful pains in human understanding, and I'm not lovable. And
I'm not worthy.
not enough.
We've got a few here in the chat.
What do we have?
Kara St. Cyr, Kara said insecurity. And Merlin said fear of being in my comfort zone.
Interesting. So Kara said security,
Insecurity.
insecurity. And Merlin said fear of being.
Fear of being, is that right, Merlin? Fear of being?
Yes, being in my comfort zone, not really, moving, forward in life, not really trying new things, I guess, just staying where I'm at.
So what would be the limiting belief?
Oh.
That I can't do it, I guess. I just.
No, that's fine right there. That's a big one, right? I can't. This has a whole lot of dots after it. Whenever we hear ourselves say I can't, it has a lot of excuses, but definitely safety in that. Because if we don't take the risk, we don't.
Yeah.
It's going to be unsafe. Yes, Martha. You're great. Oh yeah, I'm a great. Yes, Jackie.
I don't have enough blank, fill in the blank.
I don't have enough.
I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough resources.
Yeah. These limiting beliefs keep us safe. That's the number one thing that happens here. It keeps us safe, but it keeps us stuck. And there's a part of us, I know, I've experienced this for myself. Abolish this time around, this event is bigger. It's meaning more to me than it's ever meant before. And I think I was given the calling and the resurgence of this because there's a next level of me that's developing. I know it is. And so anytime we're developing us, we're going to have shaky knees and we are going to get scared.
Yeah.
The nervous system works.
The universe is gonna challenge you.
It's going to challenge you and it wants you to become uncomfortable. Not to be in pain, but to have breakthroughs, right? And so even though we get to these places where it's scary and you don't know and you're plateauing or hitting yourself up against the wall that it feels like it's impossible, I guarantee it's an illusion that it's impossible. It just takes another level of questioning. And tonight what I want us to take is that it's going to take two things that you're going to start tapping into for yourself, and it's going to break through all of this. I want that for you. I use these things not often enough, which is great because I get to be my own student, right? I teach not because I'm a master, I teach because I'm a student. And in that place, whenever we get brought back into the tool set and we get to understand it from a whole new perspective in life, we get to learn it all over again. Who's ever reread a book? Was it a different book the second time you read it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were different. You were different
Yeah.
the second time you read it. Circumstances of your life were different the second time you read it. We're all growing, which is awesome. Yeah. Any other things you want to say? I want to let go of this. Angel, what do you want to let go of?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people already talked about it, but I want to say fear of being trapped in the rat race or hamster wheel. And you're in that place for so long, you forget that any possibilities are possible, I guess.
So how would you say that's a belief? What belief is in there that would keep somebody on this hamster wheel? What belief would they need to keep alive in order to live that life?
And I guess people say I can't do it, you know, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Confusion, right?
Mhm.
I don't know what to do. I don't know, and that's another one I don't have and I don't know, right? Limiting beliefs are going to start with I or my. And and we don't have it here tonight, but the above the line, below the line that we looked at last week, there was a difference between the me, which is below the line, and we, which is above the line. Me, my, and I is down here. This is the energy 4. We together, us, is above the line. We have more energy. When we get outside of our own perspective of trying to figure it out alone, and we find humbleness and vulnerability and the ability to connect with others and share where we are, that's a whole new energy source. There's not one person on the planet, and I've met a lot, that doesn't have a problem set. That doesn't have a soul's calling that they are yearning to and aching to get to.
Mm-hmm.
We're each planted with an ache. And that ache keeps us going, right? As long as our light's on, yes.
Are you saying the reef's more important than the human?
I say whenever we are below the line, which I'll send you the recording from last week, when we're below the line, we're not gonna solve our own problems. We're honestly gonna, we're gonna make them worse. Because this is a limited 1 to 2 perspectives of life and of what's possible, and there's no energy. Low energy here.
What if I use like affirmations like I am powerful or stuff like that?
That's a different use of I am. The limiting belief is where we're trying to control, like Veronica said, control the outcome. When I like mantras, however, I want to make them commandments as opposed to mantras. Which means that I'm this because of something. I'm this for something. I will create my next identity because it's going to serve someone above the line. I'm going to be more empathetic and more vulnerable and more authentically me, not just for me. Like, who cares about that? I'm doing it because I want to impact and be a model and help others. So that has an essence of we in it. All growth is above the line. We're growing because we understand us growing helps other people also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful formula. You guys cool about going into the tool tonight?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. I can't see Merlin, but she's like, okay. So in the chat, you've got some documents there, and we have the above the line, below the line behaviors. I didn't get to tap into this very much in the last class last week, so I wanted to give some time to it. The below the line behaviors, which many of this we've marked here, are the source. The behavior is the acting out of limiting beliefs. Okay, so I'm going to read a few, right? So below the line is that painful place where those behaviors that we know are not of our essence. They're in protectivism. They're in trying to control. They're definitely low energy. So blaming others or circumstances. It's not our essence. It's not our soul. It's that human part of us that's defending and trying to stay safe, right? Passive aggressiveness, being disruptive, yelling at people. Now, in Abolish, we're going to have a moment where we get to effectively create tribal sounds. And it's fun because your entire being vibrates with, yeah, let's go to the next level, right? But we have to move out what's in the way before we can fill it with what is on the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in this document, are there anything, as you read through it on the below the line behaviors for yourself, is there anything that stands out, either that you've experienced with other people and how you've been with them, or they've been with you, or things that you identify? I can tell that this is a behavior that I personally want to let go of too. I think for Veronica, the controlling is here somewhere.
That passive aggressiveness.
Passive aggressiveness?
Yeah.
Read between the lines? Yeah. Anything else you guys have? Anybody type in the chat for their selfishness? Tell me what you mean by that.
I think selfish with I'm a person who requires time. So my love language is time.
Okay, quality
If
time.
I feel that you're not giving me that time, I become very selfish about it. Okay, well, I guess you don't want to hang out with me, or I guess we're not there anymore, or, what's going on, and then I become very needy, selfish, passive aggressive, and not mean to, and I'm listening to myself as I'm saying it, I'm going, you sound like an idiot. I'm not doing that. Things that I hate, and the person that I'm actually speaking to, because we're like mirrors to each other at times. And it's just like, you can do that, but yet I have to admit that I do it too. It's hard.
Would you like to have an experience right now and have some fun?
Well, maybe.
Okay, passive aggressive. Okay. So who else has ever been passive aggressive? I want my needs met. You're not meeting my needs. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a brat.
Okay,
I'm gonna be a little bratty about it, right? Right?
okay.
Would you call that a brat?
Yep.
It's a being a brat.
Yeah,
But you want your needs met.
Yeah.
And so a pattern that you learned growing up was to be a brat, stomp your feet, suck your thumb, and you'll get your way.
Yeah.
Okay, and it works. Sometimes it works, right?
Raise 3 dollars.
There you go, right? They learned it too. On the other side of being that way and even getting your way or maybe not getting your way, how do you feel?
In all honesty, I guess stuck in a way, like
Does it feel good and energizing or does it feel
it feels
crappy?
low in energy and depleting, honestly.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, okay, well, that wasn't satisfactory anyway. It was just me being an app. You know what I mean?
So I want you to give us your best brat. So you want some time for me and I am not giving you time. I'm like over here, I'm just gonna be on my phone and I'm gonna be ignoring you. So go ahead. Give it to me.
Okay, are we not talking now? Or what do you do?
Just wait a second. Like, I'm not even finished with you. You didn't even ask me for my time yet.
What do you ask you for your time?
Yeah, like I have other people in my life. It's not just all about you.
Oh, okay, so it's not about me. It's just about
It's not
everybody
all
else.
about you.
I've only been here for like 10 minutes. You can't make 10 minutes worth of time just to come and talk to me, see how my day is going?
Fine, I'll just do it. What do you want?
Nothing, forget it.
See,
Not
that
worth
happens all the time. I'm gonna give you my attention, but it's not on your terms.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
not. I mean, if I have to wait for you to finish whatever you're doing on your phone.
You know, it's obviously not important because you don't care what I'm even
That's
doing.
fine, that's fine. I didn't want to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Academy Awards, the Oscars were last night. I'm the best supporting actress.
Kara's
Okay, We're okay, so,
Yeah.
but you're familiar with it. That was pretty good. You know this
I
pattern.
know this pattern.
What's it costing you?
Relationship.
And
Not so much, and it's so weird because I'm not like this with only with my significant other that drives me up to flipping wall. So because he mirrors the exact same pattern that I do, the exact same things that I hate. He just
isn't that beautiful?
mirrors that to me, and I just want to strangle the crap out of him because ultimately, basically, I'm looking at him.
I'm sorry.
And that's hard too.
Can we do it differently this time?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do it differently. Okay, so you come at me with your best shot, Pat Benatar. Okay. Go ahead.
Sweetie.
Hi.
What you doing?
Oh, I'm just finishing up some work.
What you working on?
You know, it's no big deal. I'll just finish up. Do you need something?
No. I was just let me check and see what you're doing. I was gonna make dinner. I didn't know if you were hungry for.
Yeah, whatever you want to make.
Okay. Any suggestions?
Yeah, you know, I'm not really on that hungry.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll just go grab something and head out. I'm gonna go to class tonight, so. Talk to you.
So I was just noticing that and this is your significant other going, something seems to be up. What's going on? You're moving away from me. You're shrugging your shoulders. You're smiling way too much.
I'm trying not to choke you.
I'm trying not to choke you. Okay. So that was irritating to you. Okay. Well, I want to hear you. I want to understand what's going on.
I just had a really good day at work and we just kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't normally talk about work. I hate talking about work, but it's just a lot going on today. And I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of thinking.
How about before we start thinking, we just look into each other's eyes. Take some breaths. Because what's more important, this or all that stuff that's in your life? Now I want to hear everything and let's go make dinner together. All right, let's go. So thank you. Good job. What I did there is model whenever we can train the people in our life how to connect with us whenever we're angry. And I did that in a very little way. But whenever I work with couples, what we lose is whenever I'm triggered, the other person will automatically get triggered because I'm expecting that to happen. But what if there's a pattern interrupt where we can each learn that we can say either a safe word, or we can just notice each other's body language and feel the courage to come in and say, hey, I'm noticing this. It's not the response I want to have. How can we get back to us? Right? You want to talk about work, and that's all great. And I also know for ladies, we don't want to be the instigator of all the healing, because we can be the nurturing, like, let's just get together and kumbaya. Truth is, we want our partner to also recognize it and offer that olive branch. Let's change our patterns, right? So at Abolish, I teach people how to change your patterns. The individuals how to change your patterns, and then how do you do that in your love languages and in your relationships, and then even at work. You know, we're not going to be huggy and all that kind of stuff with people at work, but you can change the patterns at work in communications, and you can offer a new way to settle the energy and come back together. As will there be a time where we get triggered in the future, no matter how much personal development we do, right? No matter podcasts we read or books we read or meditations we do, we will get triggered. So having new strategies is the changer. And we get to train or teach the people in our life these strategies, because we don't come with these strategies. It took me years to learn these strategies, and many of them I developed, and they work like that. I wish I could just Spock mind meld all of them into each one of you, but it takes a little time. I don't know how to Spock mind meld yet.
At least 2.5 days. Someone.
Yeah, just let's start with the 2.5 day seminar. Yes. go ahead.
Merlin said isolated,
Isolated. What?
limiting belief, isolated. Do you want to go into that, Merlin?
Can we get an eraser? I need to use the book.
I just prefer to just always just be on my own, and I don't really kind of care to be around other people all the time. So I guess this is
It's
yes, yeah. I don't really.
minimize the inputs. We minimize the amount of inputs we have if we're only managing ourselves, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know that. You know, tomorrow I am taking a day, and I'm pulling out of life for a little bit, because I've had a little health challenge yesterday, and then today I want to make sure that I feel good, but I'm going to the beach. So, I'm going to the beach. And I'm not waiting till the weekend, because isn't that like a pattern we do? We're like,
Yeah.
oh, wait when I have time. No, make time.
She's not taking me.
No,
Mhm.
that's not on purpose. I just know that I need something for me, right?
Right.
And so, yes, we can have our aloneness, but that doesn't mean we're alone, right?
Got it. Yes.
So the strategy I want to talk about tonight, which will come full circle, thank you so much, Veronica, is something called saboteur boxes. And so you have a document in the chat, and then here. Oh, I didn't even take the above the line, so I'm so sorry. So we did the below the line behaviors. On the back are the antidotes, the above the line behaviors. So whenever we do more of the above the line behaviors, we're going to feel more connected to ourselves, more authentic, and more in our true nature, right? So if ever you feel as though you're below the line, I mean, all I have to do is say below the line and you get it, right? It's low energy, confused, in pain, life sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. So acknowledge it, but then go to the back and say, what can I do over here? And it doesn't need to be a one-to-one. Am I going to get this right? Am I going to mess myself up? No, just do the above the line behaviors. Think in this way. Your life will absolutely shift in the moment. Deal?
Yes. Yeah.
That was like 10 years of therapy. Okay, so saboteur boxes. These are fun. At Abolish, when you're there, we'll go into this a much deeper level. Yet this does come with warnings. Whenever you understand how people work in the world, you can't be mad at them anymore. Okay. Did you hear?
Facts.
Facts.
Understanding, not
It's-
bad, right?
Yeah, you can understand them, but once you understand human behavior, it's a whole different game. You'll understand what's going on, and you'll have different strategies to communicate or not communicate. But it's from authenticity and above the line energy, as opposed to trying to either fix them or avoid them or change them in some way. Fun? Okay, so I'm going to give us this first diagram. We have two wonderfully drawn people, stick figures, right? And these people have they're doing the splits. That's what they're doing. Okay, so these two people here there are some things that we need in relationship with one another. And if we don't have them, or if they're damaged, it causes us to go below the line or be our not perfect or wonderful selves, right? So these two people, just let's imagine for a little bit that they are two people in your life. And if we're communicating with each other back and forth, and we're forming a true relationship, there's two things we need to have involved in order to feel love. And I don't, and safe, actually, it's safe. And this is anybody at work, anybody, I mean, even here tonight, there's things that you have that are here for this room to take place. Who wants to give an example of what do you need in a relationship in order to feel safe with another person?
Being heard.
Being heard.
Trust.
Trust is one. Trust, definitely. And another is, and it's a flavoring of trust. Starts with an R. Respect. Whenever we have trust and respect, we can feel love for that person. But if trust or respect are damaged in any way, or we believe they've been, we can even project and hallucinate based on past experiences and past triggers and past way people do it. You know, men are always this way, or, you know, women, oh my God. Whenever we generalize and we do things, we're either giving trust to that situation or we're taking the trust away, even if it didn't really happen. Like, what are some of the condemnations that we have of groups of people across our world? There are plenty. Politicians are always this, or money's the root of all, you know.
Evil.
Right. There's so many things that we tell ourselves and we're programmed with in our own minds, and the limiting beliefs that do not allow us to feel free. And so trust and respect are the foundation of love. And whenever John Lennon said, all we need is love, I love the song, but the truth is no. We first need trust and we need respect, or love is not possible.
Mm.
100%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so whenever trust and respect are involved, we can feel love. We will feel safe with the other person. And even when things get triggered, we can still return to love because we know underneath it. That's what I was trying to model for you and your beloved. What's his name?
Not anymore.
Your beloved, he's not there. So he's out of the picture. Okay, if he were. So if there's someone in our life that we want to reestablish, because we get it, we will get into triggers. I mean, we simply do. It's underneath it, we want to have the return to love. That no matter what's going on in the world, how bad it looks, how crappy it is, that you don't fold your clothes, that you leave the wet towels on the floor, that you didn't flush the toilet, that the dogs peed on the carpet, that all these things happen, we come back to love because that's the basis of who we are. And we could live under a bridge together and still get by life, right? That's what we want.
Right.
In fact, my best friends, I know I can show up, it's gonna sound strange, but I can show up without clothes, without anything to my name, crying, not knowing what life is in store for me, and it's raining outside, I can ring the doorbell, they're gonna open the door and go, oh my God, let me get a towel, come in here, they're not gonna ask me any questions, they're gonna make sure I'm okay, they're gonna give me food, water, shelter, a bath, whatever it is, and when I'm ready, they're gonna open up their hearts and say, you can lean on me, whatever I can do for you. But they're not going to answer the door going, oh my God, what happened to you? Like, what's going on? You know, it's not drama. It's pure love. You feel safe with those people, right? So this is necessary in all relationships. And how do we operate whenever it isn't that way, right? So in the pink box, if you're filling in your pink box, out of the boxes, we need trust and respect. Those are those two lines, and that equals love. Whenever we have trust and respect, it equals love. And then outside of the boxes, people see people as people. We all have flaws. There's not one of us that's going to get it right all the time. And when we see people as people, what does that mean to you? You know, outside the boxes, people see people as people. What does that mean?
As individuals, who they really are, rather than maybe stereotyping.
Yeah.
Like, really have to make up their for.
Their full selves, right? Yeah, with everything. No attachments. And so this is all how we'd love to be, and I want to teach you what these boxes are. So the first box over here at the top is the better than box.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can, Angel.
Thinking about politics and stuff, like, we all have assumptions.
Yeah, we
And-
do have
and
assumptions,
Like
don't
you
we?
said, when we meet people, we all have flaws and stuff. It's like, sometimes they say, oh, you're just an exception, to the rule. Like, is there a way to open more of that box? Because, it's like, these people are bad, these people are good, but you're just an exception, right?
Mhm,
And like, I'm not an exception to other people like me.
mhm.
Is there-
Yeah, I'd keep the conversation going. If I'm in that conversation, I'll say, tell me more. I want to know where their thoughts are, not because I'm trying to attack, but I'm really wanting to understand their thinking. And I don't need to agree with their thinking. I just want to know their thinking. And if they're curious about my thinking, I'll tell them. But I don't tell people my thinking unless they ask. And they're genuine about it. You can tell some people might ask the question that they want to know what you're thinking so they can build up armaments and, use it against us. There was a moment in my life where I was in a conversation and it was someone's birthday. And this other person said, well, I want to go to his birthday. And I knew that they'd had friction. These two people had had friction. And so I'm like curious, like, are you guys good? You're going to go to this person's birthday and be gracious with him and really celebrate his birthday. And I said, so help me understand, why would you like to go to Joe's birthday? And he said, well, I just want to be there. I want to see who's going to show up. That's interesting. That's not really for Joe, is it? And so you get the choice. You can show up, but what's your intention for being there? So we get to examine those intentions that we have. And what's really driving us? Last week we talked about needs. When you listen to that, it'll make more sense, I think. Did that help, Angel? Yes. Okay, cool. So this first box, I'm going to tell us how we get in the box because this is extremely important. When trust or respect are damaged, like I said earlier, in any way, like obviously, like damaged, like someone lies to you when you find out it was a lie and they admit, yeah, I lied to you. Okay. Or you feel used, or how do you lose respect for somebody? They do something that doesn't meet with your core values. Maybe they steal or they kick a dog, right? You felt that, right? I saw your face. So whenever, you get a display of someone and a part of their nature that you weren't privy to before, it changes how you feel about that person, right? And so when trust or respect are broken or damaged in any way, we as humans will go into these boxes. We will go into 1, 2, 3, or all 4, depending on the grandeur of the infraction. And it's not that we aren't going to go in these boxes. It's how long do we hang out in them? We want to be aware, what's my box pattern? And once I understand it, I can use strategies to get out. Deal? So the first box is the better than box. We have trust or respect are broken, and part of us gets triggered. And because we're triggered, we're going to act out a better than box pattern. Now, it's easier to understand these boxes if we think of other people. So who in your life has, sometimes it's a boss, sometimes it's a relative, that their whole demeanor is that they're better than you, right? What's it like being around that person? Draining. What do they think, you think, whenever they're better than you?
So many things.
So many things.
So many things,
Like they can fix you.
Yeah.
Do they want to be around you, or are they really irritated by you? They're irritated by you because you're such a needed to be fixed person. They're irritated, right? They have disdain toward you, right? Like, oh God, I have to put up with this person again, right?
You're like a failure. Like you're not doing nothing with your life.
Yeah, they point out your failures, right? They point them out.
I would never kick a dog. I'm happy to do that. Sorry, to follow the example, right? But-
Yeah. So like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Right? And so this person, is it fun to be around them?
Nope.
It's like eggshells, right?
Oh, that's it. What's wrong?
You imagine that person calls you on your phone. They imagine they're calling you and you know this interaction you've had with this person. You've lost trust and respect for them. Do you want to answer the phone call? No, you like to avoid it,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I ended up working at church with a friend of mine. She's the CEO of a company, and she had a really hard time working with somebody of a different ethnic background, but culturally they
Mhm.
just did things differently, and she did not understand that. So I was kind of the bridge, you know, to say,
Yeah.
well, we don't have to do everything the way you want to do it.
Mhm.
We need to work, you know, now it's kind of been my role growing up, so I filled it in that
Yeah,
niche.
you played into that role.
But I would say after that, I couldn't be as good a friend to her anymore.
Yeah, because it was damaged.
Yeah, I was like, I lost, it's the trust.
The trust
I think,
and respect.
yeah, I think it was,
You lost respect.
yeah.
A part of you lost respect.
Yeah.
Right. And so better than box, I want you to see this. When trust or respect are hurt and we no longer feel safe with someone, we no longer see people as people. At the top, in fact, what you would put in is hurt people, right? Hurt people. That's
Yeah.
the sentence. Hurt people, period. And then trust and respect have been damaged. That's the next line. It's a false sense of safety. Whenever we act this way, we're protecting ourselves. You're going to see all four of these. It's a false sense of safety. And it's a false sense of trust and respect because we're in an illusion that we're making whatever has to happen, happen. We're living a less than version of the relationships. We're living a less than a very lack of courage form of relating in these. And the last thing in that gray box is in the saboteur boxes, people see people as objects. You're objects to my certainty. Because either you're my employee and I have to get along with you because I'm paying you and you have to work, right? Or you're my boss and I have to get along with you because you're in charge of my paycheck. Or you're my husband or my wife and I have to get along with you because we made vows and we got family members all involved and now we have kids. And we're on the same mortgage. See all this? Yes.
Can you give us the hurt people, and then the other
Yeah.
things that were in there? I should have got that.
Trust and respect are damaged.
Oh.
It's a false sense of certainty,
Safe.
safety, trust and respect. It's false. We're in an
Say that
illusion.
last one again. It's a false sense of safety, trust, and respect.
Safety, trust and respect. Because we're faking it. We're faking it. So this better than box, this is a form of hurt. This is hurt. It's displaying in that way.
You say these people are faking it, these people are like that, who are just mentally they're insecure of themselves and they're just projecting it on you, on your flaws.
Another way to see this in human psychology is this is the ultimate coward. The bully on the playground is the biggest coward on the playground. And I guarantee they've had trauma in their life. They've been the dog that's been kicked. And they're protecting themselves. The next box is the worse than box, not the better than box, but the worse than box. So have you known people that are displaying the worse than way of being? And what are they like? What do they think? Life's terrible. I'm a victim. Is life for them or against them? Are the odds stacked in their favor or against? It's all against. No matter how many times you show this person that there's possibility, there's things you can do. You can do they go toward that or they just use it to say not me? If you really
Mhm.
And so they go, life's not fair. And even if you show them life's fair, they go, not really, not for me. And they have pity for themselves, right? What's it like being around that person? Right. Sad story. We talked about this is the negativity, right? You'll see that all these are negativity, all four of them. Energy vampires, sucking sound. I want you to see that this is another form of hurt. This is hurt displaying itself in this way. Because the false sense of safety. If I act like a victim, at least I know how to operate this way and play this program so I can at least control my circumstances. Even if it's not the outcomes I want, I know how to operate.
Mm.
Limited.
Hmm?
Very limited.
Yeah, that's why it's called a box.
Mhm.
Little box.
Yep.
I want us to blow up the damn boxes. So the next one is my brat box. I just put brat up here because it's the I deserve box. It's the I deserve box.
Like a
I'll
whole
start us off.
generation right now?
Huh?
Like a whole generation right now?
That's condemning and that's,
That would be
that's
better than.
condemning.
And generalized.
That's a 5C. I know some really awesome people in this generation.
I didn't say this generation,
What'd you say, generation?
I said it's a whole generation,
And it's, oh, maybe I don't understand what you're talking.
but not necessarily this generation.
Got it. So I'm sure my grandparents thought I was this. Alright. So the I deserve box is the martyr. After all I've done for you, you owe me. You owe me. I mean, kids can have this toward parents. I'm your kid, you owe me. I mean, look at their family. They bought them a car. Why can't you buy me the car?
Mm.
And then the parents can go, after all I've done for you, I didn't kill you as you were a child. I kept you alive. You owe me this. Right? But this shows up a lot. And this is like a colander. I was making chili once in the kitchen and I grabbed a can of tomatoes out of the pantry, went to the can opener, opened the can, and I just let a split because I wanted to pour the juice out to have the whole tomatoes. So I went to the sink and I poured out. I just kept the lid there and I poured it and poured it and poured it and did it over. There's nothing in there. It was a can of tomato juice. I poured the entire tomato juice down the thing. I thought there were whole tomatoes in there. There wasn't. And so whenever you're in this box or whoever's in this box, it's like you can't fill them up enough because they're just going to have it go out the end. It's going down the drain, right? There's never enough. Never enough. You can't compliment them enough. You can't give them enough because they're in the I deserve box, right? And this is another form of what? Hurt. This is hurt. Hurt people. Because trust and respect have been broken. They don't feel safe. We must go into one of these 4 boxes, but I'm going to teach you we can get out of these boxes. And it doesn't have to be your source. In fact, hopefully you're starting to see that these are the source of limiting beliefs. All these ways of thinking, right? The next one is our, creme de la creme. If there's an Oscar award for any of the boxes, it's going to be this one. I love it. It's the must be seen as box. All the actors and actresses in the room go, yeah, I could do that. I could be seen as this. Must be seen as box. This is the person who is a chameleon. I'm going to change who I am, what I am, or who I am around because I don't feel safe, but I can change who I am to meet the experience that I'm in, read the room really well, change my identity, and stay safe. Have you ever been around somebody that's like, wait, whenever we went there, you acted this way. That's weird. But whenever we go over here, you act this way. People pleaser. Yeah. Why would somebody be a people pleaser? Why would anybody be a people pleaser?
They don't want to be rejected.
They don't want to be rejected. To feel safe, right? In this box, a way to tell that someone is in this box is they will feel anxious. How many times do you hear the term anxiety in our world right now? I suffer anxiety. No, you suffer not knowing who you are. You suffer not knowing how to heal the hurt in your soul and how to reestablish trust and respect for yourself and life. They also can go to depression. Depression's more the victim box, but this one can also do depression. And they also get overwhelmed. That's another term that happens. People go, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm burnt out. That's this box. The chameleon, people pleaser, They must be seen as, fill in the blank, I must be seen as pretty, I must be seen as rich, I must be seen as smart, I must be seen as attractive, I must be seen as wanted in order to be in their life. Just to exist. This is another form of hurt. All of these are forms of hurt because somewhere trust and respect have been broken. Now let's look at it from a more painful place. Anything here that you wanted to talk about must be seen as box. This one is, you know, it's pretentious. They're acting in their own life, right? They're not even sure who they are on what given day. It's a very unstable box. I had this one lady tell me, ouch, she said, I've lived my entire life that way. Because this is safety. This is a false sense of safety. It's false, but it works. This is a false sense of safety, but it works. All of them. It's a false sense of safety.
I think the pretentious is mostly like in the better than box, but is that any kind of prideful? And you have more educated in that box.
If they're acting, some people truly believe they're better than. That's different. They're like, no, I'm better than you. I'm so better than you. Like, I've got the degree from Rice, you know, I came from this family, I'm better than you. No, that's these people. They really like chip on the shoulder, I'm better than you. And they're gonna tell you which way, but they're gonna make you feel bad. This one is I'm gonna act because I don't know who I am. I don't know where the safety is. I'm gonna just move and shapeshifter in this one. But yeah, shapeshifter is another way to put it. Shapeshift. Right? So I said early on, whenever we're going to make some changes for ourselves, for life, the only person we can change is us, right? This is a fun exercise to be able to look through it and see other people in our life. And it's easier to digest and examine and discuss when we say, well, I worked for this person, or I used to be married to this person. Maybe I'm married to the person now. Or this was my ex, maybe this was a friend, maybe this was, you know, a family member. It's easy to see it when it's outside of ourselves. It is. And it's safer to do it from that direction. And it's all good. But we are a courageous band of souls tonight. And so what we want to also look at is that this is us. This is a version of you, V1, V2. And what we want to do is get out of the boxes. Because who here already knows their pattern when they're triggered? You know your pattern. What's your pattern?
Kara knows her pattern.
Kara knows her pattern. We're going to talk to Kara too. Veronica, what's your pattern?
Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter? Must be seen as. People pleaser too.
Yep.
Right?
Because
We
I've
go
done that
quiet.
My whole life.
Mhm.
And then you work in a field and you're just like, you're helping the patient, you're
Mhm.
helping this, and you're pleasing everybody else, and you forget about who you are because you're constantly pleasing and becoming that person that other person needs you to be. You forget who you are.
You do forget who you are. And this person, there will come a time where they blow.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You know that one. They'll blow up. Yes, you do. I know this one too. Kara, what's your pattern?
I bounce between the I deserve box and worse than box.
These are a great pairing. Yes.
They
Green
work
front.
quite well together.
Yes, they do. They play so well together. Yes. They really fuel each other, you know, kind of fun. They- Anybody else know their pattern?
I have the opposite. I think I used to be better than, give people advice they need or argue with them. But now since people don't listen to me, I kind of people please just let them do it.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. I'm like, I don't care. Good. A little tic-tac-toe here tonight on the advice, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Well, we're good. And what's yours, Kristen?
I think I usually cross hemispheres and all those tests, so yeah, I'm more all in line with him.
Yeah.
Do those two. better than.
So is there a time in your life where you may have been in all four boxes at once?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fun time, right?
Mhm.
The most painful. Because you don't know where to go. And all of life looks like it's hurting. Yeah. I really would love to have you come to Abolish if you haven't yet gotten your ticket. Because we crush this. We crush it. Yeah. So whenever we look at us in two different versions of ourselves, we need to ask, we get the chance to ask ourselves, where have I lost trust in me? Where have I lost respect for myself? Those are some of the hardest questions we can ask ourselves, aren't they? Where have I lost trust in me? Not trust in anyone else. And not respect for anyone else. Because I guarantee you that you will attract people into your life that will mirror the same patterns you have in where you give your trust away from yourself. And they're noble friends that are gracefully poking on you and going, wake up. So tonight, what I want you to do is literally go home. I don't want this to be painful. I want this to be intriguing. I want you to go, well, damn, now I'm curious. Because curious cures confusion. If you get curious about your own patterns and you say, I want to learn, I want to know, there's just breakthroughs ahead. Breakthroughs ahead for this. Yeah? The other thing is often we worry. That's another one of our draining patterns. And I want you to make worry become wonder. And wonder is where we get fascinated. I'll teach you to be fascinated by life, but for now, I want you to be fascinated by yourself. With yourself. Wow, I'm fascinating. I'm doing this box pattern thing. Oh my goodness. I wonder where that came from. And getting out of the boxes is returning trust for yourself and self-love. A lot of people write books on self-love. But the truth is, they think, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to go do meditation. I'm going to go have a bubble bath. I'm going to go get a massage. I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. All these things. It's great. But the truth is self-love is being able to look yourself in the eyes through the mirror. Painful there. And going, I trust you. I respect you. And until we trust and respect ourselves, we cannot feel self-love. We have to heal those places where we've given our own respect away. And you can't. It's not impossible. You can. Deal? Now there's a getting out of the box process. I will send you the workbook. We've got some homework. And the truth is, if you can, if you have plans and you think that you can't make it to Abolish, go ahead and change the plans. Because you want to be at Abolish. You want to be there. You're already there. Have you noticed that life has started even teaching you before you bought a ticket? You're like, oh crap, things are changing.
Some good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you buy the ticket to Abolish, you're already at Abolish. Because life will be waking you up, seeding things for you to bring us content into Abolish. And I want you to get to a place where you trust yourself, respect yourself. And once you have this, the rest of the world cannot trigger you. It just won't. There's no space for it anymore. And in one of our earlier abolishes back in, it was like 2014, Keith said, he came in, we have so Friday night is an amazing energy night where you literally get to go into your angry in a very healthy way. And you get to move these below the line emotions and play with them, experiment with them and feel them and not be inundated by them or fear them, right? We take that fuel into a process that allows you to feel more whole. The next day we examine things like this tool, I have more tools, and you self-examine and you work with other people and you learn from other people and how they're doing things too. You see me do interventions with people a little bit more in depth than what I did tonight with Victoria.
Much more in depth.
Much more in depth.
Um.
I mean, everything, they'll have Kleenex, you know, there's Kleenex, but there's also punching bags. We bring punching bags. We bring, bubble wrap. That's fun. But Saturday's a lot of growth and introspection, and then you're birthing a version of you that you haven't met yet. It's your new identity. It's coming forth, and it's coming forth with like, yeah, I'm here. And then we have a guest speaker coming. She's an amazing soul that had a near death, and we think she may have died for a little bit and came back.
I couldn't remember her name and I was trying to look her up. She was the black belt, right?
She's a
Master Elizabeth Lindsay.
Thank you.
7-degree black belt. Master Elizabeth Lindsay. If you go to that
LINSEY.
SAY,
Okay.
SCY, yeah, SCY. But she's coming as our guest speaker, and she's going to tell her tale of being absolutely broken. So many broken bones, and she actually, one of her Instagram is I am a machine. Is that what it is? Might be a machine is her Instagram, because she's got so much metal in her now. But she is now back to doing high kicks, and I mean, they didn't even know if she was gonna walk.
Yeah.
And so she's a very amazing amazing inspiration. She's our guest speaker that night on Saturday. And this whole thing is, we've got some theme music that is just like off the charts. It's crazy cool. And then Sunday you come back, and that's where we put it all together. And it's your transformation day. And you integrate, and you have a whole new version of yourself. We will be taking pictures and video of you as you come in on Friday night, because the person who leaves on Sunday is not the same person at all. And this is not like a rah-rah event. I don't do rah-rah. I like rah-rah, but I don't do that. I want you to take these skills into your life and use them immediately. And I make everything simple, not just from a shape standpoint, but something that's simple that you can go, I'm not going to do the boxes anymore. And I'll teach you how to get out of the boxes in an instant. In an instant. Not a lot of journaling, not a lot of therapy, not a lot of, venting or having to go to a mountaintop. It happens in an instant. I like mountaintops. I like beaches, but I don't need to go there to become who I am. Right? Then what Keith called this is he came in on Sunday and he goes, wow, I see box people. And so it's actually a t-shirt that we have that you can purchase. I see box people. I see box people everywhere. Well, we are all box people, but how long do you want to hang out in the boxes? You can stay in them. They've worked, but I can guarantee after abolished, they won't be working anymore.
So do you have, I'm no longer a box person t-shirt?
I'm out of the box.
Box free, huh?
I'm out of the box.
Out of the box.
Yeah.
Get out of the box.
We blow up the box, right? We don't need boxes. It's good to have it, but maybe you can help us design a new t-shirt, right?
I like that version.
But once you see this, you will see box people.
You see box people.
Mhm.
And it's, we don't need to judge box people because we all are, right? The fun part is that there's some other tools that you'll get. And you're not going to use them for evil. You're not going to use them you're not like superheroes that turn bad, like Black Spidey. You're going to realize how to have more compassion and empathy for people, and how to have more patience in yourself, and more patience and more love, more understanding, more beauty, more connection, like deep connection. And you're going to have fascination with life. That's my want for you, as you become absolutely fascinated by life and the beauty of it in every single moment. Like tonight, right here, this is beautiful. What we have is all very beautiful right here. You're not breathing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can tell when people aren't breathing. I invite you to abolish. Because on the other side of it, you unleash your extraordinary, and it may be getting removed. So, what are some takeaways from tonight that made your time here tonight absolutely worth it? Okay. I want to hear some takeaways. Yeah, Angel said the boxes. Type in the chat your takeaways.
I like what you said near the end where you said, where have I lost trust in me?
That's right.
That is the question. Where have I lost trust in me? Where have I lost respect for me? Where have I lost self-love for me? And I can't wait to ponder on that.
Give yourself space, be gentle with yourself. And really approach those questions with wonder and fascination. Like literally, I want you to be going, wow, this is so cool. Wow, yeah. And that's done. Oh yeah. Without attachment to it. This is not an exercise to beat ourselves up or flog. Oh my God, if you just didn't do that, then look where your life could be. No, that's the saboteur.
Yeah.
We're not going there. I mean, you can bring that version of yourself to the saboteur and I will snip it out and me and the saboteur are going to be having some talks. But this is fascination. This is wonder. This is aliveness because can you recreate yourself?
Yeah.
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 Why wouldn't we? There's always going to be a next beautiful version of ourselves. And life's wonders and beauty want to meet with us every single day. Who here knows that there's a miracle in every moment? So when we get out of the boxes and we say, Beck, did you see how these are limiting beliefs? If I'm trying to keep myself safe, I'm going to play out all those limiting beliefs to stay in the boxes. That's my defense mechanism. That's my shield. That's my reasons. That's my excuses. That's my everything. But once you let it go, I guarantee you lose weight. Psychic weight. What are some more takeaways? Yes, Carolina, who's on?
Kara's up.
Kara, takeaways for Kara that made your time here tonight absolutely worth it.
I want to ditto everything that Cindy said. Just kind of diving into that, where have I lost trust and respect in me, and observing that. I just ditto everything that Cindy said.
Yay. Thank you.
And we have Merlin.
Merlin, what are your takeaways?
With the part where you said the move out what's in the way so that we can focus, or we can put in what's on the way.
Yes.
That what I'm saying, because we do have a lot of things that's in our way, and so I think that's one of my main focuses right now is just trying to change patterns pretty much, and what I'm saying, just just get ready for that big breakthrough.
There you go. I'm gonna see you polish, right?
Yes.
You can drop that. I don't know if this is dropped in yet.
Okay, I'll drop it in now.
It's under global abolish worksheets.
Okay.
What are some more takeaways?
I love the wonder and worry and wonder equals wonder.
Mhm.
I call myself a worry wart. I'm always worrying. So I love that.
Why don't you call yourself a wonder wart?
Wonder wart. Wonder wart. I love that. Yeah. I love that. And really diving in, and on yourself. And, I've learned like with Tara Brock, she's a podcast, she talks about accepting what is. And so like, that's what's helped me with the worrying, accepting what is. But I love the wonder, like make it wonderful, so it's very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I have some really interesting strategies that come out in abolish that are unconventional yet work immediately. So we need to shake up our patterns, like the etch a sketch. To draw the whole picture, shake that etch a sketch all the way. Yeah. Did you have a takeaway from tonight, Dr. J?
I just really get that we are all human. I'm just recall being at Abolish in the past and seeing light bulbs go off as people realize how they do this, and the tools to get out of the box like that are amazing, because we will always get in the box. But how quick do you get out? How quick can you get out?
Yes. Thank you. Yes, Kristen.
So, I mean, I've heard many times for people, hurt people, and I liked what you said. I teach not because I'm a master, but because I'm a student. And I like the opposite way of saying that is heal people, And I feel like that's kind of what this whole program is that we get to from the mindset of hurt people to then we are healed people or always healing people. We can heal people.
Beautiful.
Mm.
I love it. I love that. There's another thing I've heard recently is to teach from the scar, not the wound. Yeah. Because sometimes we want to fix people from our wound because it's still very fresh for us. And it could be, we could believe it's a healing mechanism to help other people from our wound, and it's not. It's spreading the illness, right? So I'm here for your healing, for all of our healing, and for our next level. And I know that you being there takes me to my next level. It's integrated. I'm not perfect. Trust me. I do have some strategies and wonderful tools that I share with you, and then I'm there to help you break through, and you help me break through too, right? So, who would love a flyer on knowing what the ticket to abolish is? Yes. And so because you're here at an event, we have pre-abolish events. And because you're here, you get an amazingly special price. And it's only from events. This is not published online. If you go to the website and you go to our main page, the regular prices are on there. And so the general admission ticket you can get for $3.95. That includes 3 days, an amazing workbook that will become your best friend. And you'll want to show everybody your workbook because you're like, oh, wait, look at this. Come look at these things. I have spouses that go home and say, you need to not from
QR
not
codes at the bottom.
yeah, the QR. Oh, where'd the QR codes go? Oh, well, then I don't have the one with the QR codes. Okay. Then we need copies of that one because these don't have the QR codes.
Oh.
I guess I just need one here. There you go. Yeah, okay. Do you have QR codes?
No, I don't.
Touch that? Okay. And then, do you know if that one has QR codes?
No. Oh, you know what? I think I actually wrote on it.
Oh, then you'll just, oh, you can,
I
where,
think I wrote the date. on it.
Yes, this one has a QR code.
yeah, I don't know which one it is. Okay, they have the QR codes.
Yeah.
So the QR codes at the bottom take you to that special pricing, right? And then the VIP ticket, which is really fun, normally $9.95 is only $5.95. And if you need to make payments, there's payment options. Just let us know. And what happens there is that you get a private dinner with the guest speaker, and you get an amazing dinner on Saturday night. And then you get lunch on Sunday for you in a private lounge where you get to network with the other VIP people, and you get a swag bag, which is fun, which is wonderful gifts in it. And premier seating. So I truly believe the VIP is the best value. And you're going to want to have hobnob moments with Master Lindsay. And so I hope you can enjoy this. And then invite people here. We have another event happening. When is it? Friday. Friday night we have one. What is it? What am I doing Friday night?
Great routines, habits, and rituals to become unstoppable.
Yeah, let me read that one again. Yeah, this Friday night. We are, so Friday night, mark your Zoom room, be here in the room. You get 2 tickets for entry on the drawing. So we instill great routines, habits, and rituals. Our quality of life is a sum of the habits and the rituals that we have. And I'm going to help you understand where those are and how to really put in amazing rituals that you will not let go of. And it's not hard. The simplicity of it is because it's coming from your soul instead of your mind. And so I'll help you understand what your rituals and your routines will be, because your soul's the one communicating with you. So that's Friday night, and we start at 7 to 8:30.
Oh.
Huh? Here. Yeah.
This week.
This week. What's happening this week? You can't get enough of me. I know it. And then 11th, which is next Tuesday. That's why I want you to bring your friends. You know, people that love this kind of stuff, bring them. We're doing living from the scar, not the wound, and how to thrive beyond betrayal. Betrayal is one of the deepest wounds that people have, right? Yeah, there you go. So thank you for being here. Did I end on time? I think I did.
Bye bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
And we'll do
Any questions online
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Shanita?
I want to do a picture.
Blair?
Oh, Blair's there. Cool. We also learned a new, what do you call it? Vision boarding. Are you at the vision board thing? We're gonna.
Hi,
Yes,
Blair saying
Blair. Hi, Blair.
hi. I was reminded of Marianne Williamson's text that Nelson Mandela quoted. Who am
Yeah.
I to fear? And if you ever get a chance to look that up and share that, it's a powerful reading.
Is that we fear not our,
I
failure,
can read.
fear being successful. The
Would you
power-
like me?
Not right now, but we could do it on the next one if you can join us on Friday.
Yeah, you can. Everybody can look it up. It's.
What's it titled?
Let me see. Who am I? I think the words start, if I got them right. One moment. Hang on. Go
Well, look
to-
that up and share it. We're gonna do something here in the room. Okay, I'd like to take a picture of everybody. See? Yeah, let's do it with the boxes on the wall, right?
Here, like this?
Yes. Find your face in the thing. Find your face. Find your face. Find it. Jackie Jack. Thank you. You need a smile. Okay. Smile, dude. Thanks. I was like, oh, look, I'm smiling right there. So serious. Thank you, everybody. What'd you find, Blair? What's the name of it?
It's our deepest fear.
Our
Yeah.
deepest fear. Our
Yeah.
deepest fear. Thank you. We will look that up.
Not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask
Isn't
ourselves.
that the truth? Crazy stuff. We're interesting humans, aren't we? Here's our word. Fascinating.
Thank you for sharing, Blair.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you guys. See you Friday night.
All right. Good night.
You got a ticket to Abolish. Come on, let's have a party. Okay. It is gonna be a party. I see you again.
I don't know about this Friday, but maybe next week.
Okay, next Tuesday.
Hey,
Sounds good.
Angel.
Huh? Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got your handouts? You wanna take them?
Yeah, I got one.
You got 'em? Okay, cool.
See you later.
See you. Bye.
Hey, Angel. Let me take a.
Oh, the next vision board thing, I was gonna tell you,
Oh.
is we found a new way to do it. This weekend we got, introduced to a whole new vision boarding exercise that allows you to, so imagine, huh?
Something to add to it.
Imagine two vision boards or a vision board that has two tabs to it, right? And you put your pictures on Velcro. And so when you achieve it, it's an achievement as opposed to it all being one picture. It's like you bring it into being. Isn't that cool?
Totally awesome.
You start claiming it, like I have this now. And it represents something to you.
Gives you inspiration, so.
Yeah, you're achieving it as opposed to always visioning it. You're achieving the vision.
So that's gonna be your next
Yeah.
vision board.
Yeah, I want to do one in probably May.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, because we need, I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do that. Cool. And why not have a vision board exercise?
Is it gonna be on Tuesday or Saturday? or-
We'll probably do it on the Saturday morning, because that was gonna take a little longer. It's like we're on this through.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, sir. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, Angel.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tatiana.